Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. We're happy to welcome you to the second webinar in Groundswell's DC Solar for All Q&A series. This is a monthly series where we answer questions about the DC Solar for All program and other energy-related programs in the district. DC Solar for All is the clean energy bill savings program that allows low and moderate income households in the district to subscribe to solar energy. Today, we're welcoming a panel of speakers who are experts on energy bill savings who will share information about different programs and answer audience questions. A big welcome to everyone joining us in the audience today. This webinar is a chance for you to ask questions to our panel of experts. So if you have any questions or comments at any time, please feel free to write them down in the chat and send them to us, and we will answer them as quickly as we can. It's my pleasure to welcome our panel for today's Q&A session. First on the panel, we have Aryana Sutton, who serves as a customer support associate at Groundswell. Current Solar for All subscribers who have interacted with our call center have probably heard Aryana's voice on one of those calls, as she typically is the one manning our call center. Leon Childs is also joining us today, and he will share some of his expertise on energy efficiency programs. Leon has played a crucial role in Groundswell's energy efficiency efforts, serving as the Community Engagement Associate with Groundswell's programs in Georgia. And finally, we will hear from our partners at the DCSEU. Kalen Roach is here with us today, and he serves as the Marketing and Communications Manager at DCSEU. Kalen is joined by the DCSEU Solar Program Manager, Antoine Grant. Now, before we get started, I'm going to give each of our panelists a chance to tell us a bit more about themselves and give us one of their top energy savings tips. So to get us started, I will pass it to Aryana.
Thank you so much, Emily. Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you all here. My name is Aryana Sutton, and I am the Customer Support Associate here at Groundswell. So I help out with the Subscriber Management Services team to help new subscribers to get enrolled in DC Solar for All, as well as existing subscribers with their current subscription. So I do assist with community outreach efforts and just offer overall support to DC residents who are looking to join the clean energy movement and also save on their utility bills over time. And as far as one of my favorite easy ways to save on your electricity bills, one of them would be unplugging electronics that you're not constantly using. So for example, your blender, coffee maker, maybe a gaming system or a computer that you're leaving to charge on the cord, because they can actually act as some people say energy vampires that continue to draw power from electrical outlets even when they're turned off or idle. So you can actually save, with good practice, you can actually save a couple $100s each year just by keeping these unplugged when you're not using them. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Aryana. Leon, how about you share with us your favorite energy savings tip?
Yes, ma'am, I will definitely do it. Thanks, Emily. And it is a pleasure to be here with you guys today to share some things on how you can save money. Like Emily stated, I am Leon Child, your Community Engagement Associate for Groundswell. My main duties are to go out into the community with sign-ups and to identify homes that have those energy efficiency problems. One of the main things that I see that drives up energy consumption and energy costs are those little small things where air is seeping in and out. So my energy savings tool is seal and insulate. Go look around your toilet, your plumbing. look behind your washer and your dryer, and also look up under your sink. Any kind of little small holes or anything that you can seal in and seal up, that will save you drastically on your utility bill.
Thanks, Leon. Now let's hear from Kalen.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Leon. Thank you, Aryana. My name is Kalen Roach. I'm the DC Sustainable Energy Utility Marketing and Communications Manager. And my energy saving tip is one that's a little insidious. Some of you may never have looked under there, but take a look under your refrigerator and just make sure to dust it, or any of the exposed coils in the back. Just making sure you dust it and get all of the excess dust off the equipment will help it run more efficiently and optimally, and it will help the equipment last longer. And the longer the equipment lasts, the more efficient it runs, the more money you can save. And I'll also say inside of the refrigerator as well. If there's a fan going on inside that refrigerator, just don't put any products or produce in front of it to block it. Make sure that fan has space to spin. But thank you so much.
Great. And lastly, we will hear from Antoine.
Yes, thank you. My name is Antoine Grant again. I'm the DCSEU program manager for the Solar for All program. I am the main contact when it comes to anything solar related here at DCSEU. My tip, dust anything, any fans, bathroom vent fans, ceiling fans, of course, also changing the direction of your ceiling fans in the winter. And of course, cleaning any exhaust fans as well. Like Kalen said, all that dust will basically, kind of block and make those products run more efficiently, of course, saving you money over the time. And thank you. And it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, everyone, for those great introductions and energy savings tips. So today the focus is on a Q&A session, but before we get to the Q&A portion, we do have a short presentation to tell you a bit more about the programs that both Groundswell and the DCSEU team work on. So we will pull up a short presentation for you. And if you have any questions or comments come up while we're giving the presentation, feel free to put your comments into the chat and we will answer them after the presentation. So to get us started, I will pass it to Aryana.
Thank you so much, Emily. So Groundswell actually partners with the DC Department of Energy and Environment in order to provide support and expansion for the DC Solar for All program through subscriber management services, as well as community engagement. So DC Solar for All makes the benefits of solar power more accessible to residents in DC by providing no-cost locally produced solar subscriptions to community solar projects that are already operative and producing clean energy in their communities. So this means that it's an excellent option for renters as well as homeowners who are unable to put panels on their own roofs, as community solar allows you to subscribe to the solar without actually having to get any sort of installation on your home. So it is an energy assistance program that welcomes income qualified DC residents that pay a PEPCO bill to join and reap the rewards of solar by receiving credits on their monthly electricity bills through their participation. So also, as you can see here, Groundswell serves the DC Solar for All subscribers with an industry-leading customer support team and a custom share power dashboard that lets subscribers see their savings and their impact over time once they are signed up. So these services are paired with updates about DC Solar for All's impact in the district, program updates, and savings opportunities by mail, email, and text message. Groundswell's team additionally applies transformative research and data findings from efforts led by its own research team to identify more of these new opportunities to better save for subscribers. So through DC Solar for All, subscribers do receive up to $500 a year in electricity bill savings. So the credits that you receive through the program will change alongside the season. So they tend to be a little bit higher in the summertime as the panels are getting exposed to more sunlight, and lower in the wintertime. But this is the expected total that you can see through your participation in DC SFA. And additionally, Solar for All subscribers have helped to prevent nearly 17,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide pollution in the environment while supporting clean energy careers and clean energy access in their communities. So as a part of DC Solar for All, not only are you realizing the benefits yourself, but the community around you also benefits greatly through the way that it replaces the use of older and dirtier fuel sources with clean and renewable energy. So now I will go ahead and pass it on to Leon to tell us a little bit more about saving with energy efficiency in your home.
Hey, Aryana, thank you so very, very much for those tips, and that was great. I will be speaking to you about saving with energy efficiency. Spotlight on your savings. Replace the light bulbs on the three most used lights in your home with energy efficiency bulbs. You will save about $55 in electricity savings per bulb. Turn up the savings. You can save as much as 10% per year on heating and cooling by turning your thermostat down 7 to 10 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 hours a day in the fall and winter. Turn it up in the spring and the summer. Fix leaky faucets. One drip per second wastes about 1,661 gallons of water and can cost you up to $55 per year. Next steps to savings. A professional home energy audit sometimes determine how much energy your home uses and evaluate steps you can take to make your home more energy efficient. Programs like low income home energy assistance programs such as LIHEAP and weatherization assistance programs such as the WAP program may also be good options to look into if you have not already done so. When you are ready to replace older appliances, rebates are currently available. So just look for the Energy Star appliances. Groundswell's customer service team is also available to assist Solar for All subscribers with questions about your electricity bill and your savings through the program. And with that said, we're going to pass it right on over to Kalen.
All right, thank you so much, Leon. And again, my name is Kalen. I'm Marketing Communications Manager at the DCSEU. Today, I'm going to speak to you all a little bit about affordable electrification and energy efficiency here at the DCSU for district residents. All right, like I said, the DCSEU at its simplest helps district residents and businesses save energy and money. We're a community-minded organization committed to making energy efficiency and clean energy more accessible to every person and business in the district. We are ratepayer funded by a small sustainability fee that you might have seen on your utility bill. And we operate under a performance contract to the Department of Energy and Environment here in DC. These next two programs I'm going to speak to you about right here are income qualified programs, meaning that they're available to homeowners and renters in single family homes. And by definition, our definition, that's 4 units or less. They can qualify for these programs by meeting the 80% area median income threshold, which is about $79,700 for a one-person household. The first program is the HVAC replacement program, and this helps DC residents make the switch from gas heating and cooling equipment in their home, heating, cooling, and water heating equipment in their home, to efficient electric heating, cooling, and water heating systems in their home. And this looks like heat pumps, efficient electric heat pumps, efficient electric heat pump water heaters, a new programmable thermostat, and even an electric range where applicable. And this helps you eliminate your gas bill and increase the indoor air quality within your home. And we do understand that when you're switching from gas to electric, you do eliminate that gas bill, but sometimes that can increase your electricity bill. So we also like folks to participate in Solar for All, rooftop solar, or community solar. But this one here is rooftop solar, this last little thumbnail. And you can get that at no cost as well. And you can work with the DCSEU approved contractor to get solar systems installed directly on your roof, even if you're a renter in a single family home or the homeowner. And those systems can help offset any increases to your electricity bill from the HVAC replacement, but save up to as much as $500 a year. And lastly, I'll be able to speak to you about a program that's open to all DC residents. And these are our efficient product rebates. And at its simplest, these are rebates that you can go to Home Depot, you can go purchase the equipment and keep your receipt and come to our website and apply online. So as you see here, we have appliance, HVAC, and electric lawn care rebates. And some of them range, and some of those ranges, if I were to go into specific details, these are either different types of equipment under home heating or different types of equipment under electric lawn equipment, but sometimes it is the efficiency level. So in the case of refrigerators, there are two different efficiency levels that we uh, incentivize through our rebates. So the lower one is a lower level efficiency, and the higher one is a higher. So you can always come to our website and check before you buy. And yes, and but like Leon said, these are Energy Star. Most of these appliances are Energy Star appliances. So you just check the label. It's likely qualified, but always come to the DCSU website. But thank you so much, and I will pass back.
Great. Thank you to all of our panelists for giving a quick introduction and an overview of the programs. If you have any questions based on that presentation that our panelists just gave, or any other questions about any of the programs or energy efficiency in your home, please drop them down in the chat and we will be able to answer them. We also have some of our most frequently asked questions prepared here. So we will start it off with a question for Leon. Sometimes some homes, especially older homes in the summer or in the winter, they'll get too hot or too cold to a point where it's just not comfortable. What are some things that people can do to make their homes more comfortable? I'll pass that one to Leon.
Yes, ma'am. Great question, Emily. And one of the main things that I see as I'm going in and out of homes in the community and such, and that is the key word you said was older homes. So chances are if a home is 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, that home has probably not been insulated since it was built. And if the home has not been insulated since it was built, that means you just have air just running rampant in and out of that house. So just by going in and having your home re-insulated, that will make it much more comfortable because now all the rooms, they won't be cold in one room and hot in another room. The temperature around the whole house will probably stay the same if you have new insulation into the house. Another thing you can do is update your HVAC unit. There are dinosaurs around here. If your HVAC unit is anywhere between 15 to 20 years old, it's probably actually causing you a lot more money and making your home not more comfortable than if you just replace it and got a new one.
Great. Thank you, Leon. Leon, I know you also mentioned during your presentation that there was a program called the Weatherization Assistance Program. And I'll actually pass this one to Kalen or Antoine. Would you be able to tell us a bit more about the Weatherization Assistance Program and if that's accessible to people in the district?
Yes, so the Weatherization Assistance Program, or WAP, is a U.S. Department of Energy program that reduces costs for low-income households by increasing the energy efficiency of their homes while ensuring health and safety. The program supports about 8,500 jobs and provides weatherization services to about 35,000 homes every year using U.S. DOE funds. Through the weatherization improvements and upgrades, these houses save on average of $372 or more every year, according to national evaluation of the program. And since beginning in 1976, WAP has helped improve the lives of more than 7 million families through weatherization services. And that program can be accessed locally through the Department of Energy and Environment. So if you hear me say USDOE and DOEE, make sure not to get it confused. The local department that you can access this program through is DOEE.
Great. Good to know that district residents should sign up through DOEE. And Alicia, if you would be able to drop the link to the DOEE website in the chat for more resources for people to find, that would be amazing. Now we've got a question about the community solar program. Aryana, you talked a bit about Solar for All community solar, but for people who might not be as familiar with that concept, could you explain a bit more about what community solar is and how that works?
Yeah, absolutely. So for DC Solar for All, their community solar subscriptions enable you and your neighbors to receive electricity bill savings from locally produced solar electricity. So the solar energy for your subscription is generated at a location like a school or a church in your community that has a large solar array built on top of it, so that you don't have to actually install anything on your home or your apartment in order to save money while supporting a cleaner environment. So just sort of like a short summary of how it works is that the energy is generated at these locations, and then that clean energy then will travel through power lines and is put onto the grid, which is all tracked by your electricity provider. In this case, for DCSFA, that would be Pepco. And then the clean energy from your subscription essentially replaces the energy that would otherwise be sourced by older, dirtier energy sources, meaning it positively impacts the environment, and you can also see the impact of your subscription in the form of those savings that are applied directly to your monthly electric bill as a result.
Awesome. And actually, while we're at it, Kalen, you mentioned there is another part of the Solar for All program called Solar for All Single Family Solar. So could you explain again once more what the difference between the community solar and single family solar is?
Yes, absolutely. So, as Ariana was saying on the community solar side, if you can not have a roof, you can not want to get rooftop solar on your roof, and if you have a Pepco bill you can pay, you can go through community solar. So there's pathways to solar for all. And the solar for all single family side, if you are a homeowner or renter in a single family home, and that single family home is 4 units or less, you can get the actual panels on your roof at no cost. And there is still and there is also assistance in the budget for roof repair and any electrical panel upgrades that are needed to adequately install the system and to make sure it functions properly. But that's and so it's a part of Solar for All, but it's just another pathway to access the benefits of solar for residents in DC.
Awesome. Thank you for that explanation. Now we've got another question that's a bit more related to energy efficiency. So I will let Antoine or Kalen or Leon answer this one, or maybe you each have a different opinion. But one of the questions that we get a lot are, what energy efficiency improvements will make the biggest difference on people's energy bills? So if they had to pick one improvement to make, which one makes the biggest difference?
I can jump in first. Like Leon had a great one in the very beginning, was HVAC systems, and I'm gonna key into something specifically about HVAC systems that really make those the big energy hoggers in your home. So when you do, it is one of the best improvements. It is very expensive, I will say, but however, when you do go to update your HVAC system, making sure you're working with a licensed contractor that will adequately size the system for your home, because there's nothing worse than having a system that's too large for the home, that's using too much energy, or a system that's too small, that's not giving you the comfort that you need in your home, and it's not adequately cooling or adequately heating your home. So it will have to work much harder, and the lifetime of that system will be much shorter. So that is a one very key thing about HVAC systems, to if you're going to upgrade, is making sure you double check with your contractor and making sure they're licensed, that the system is adequately sized for your home. And Leon, you're on mute.
Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But very, very important information that you just gave, Caitlin, about the HVAC, because sometimes, that unit, it can be, too big for your home. So in some cases, I have seen them too small. But I will say that you remember a long time ago, people used to put plastic on their windows because they was trying to save the heat in their home in the wintertime, and they was trying to save the cool in their home in the summertime. So there's a mechanism, like we said about the WATT program, the weatherization. So if you could take those weatherization strips and go around your doors and close in those gaps around those doors and do the same thing around those windows, you will approximately be closing in a hole that's like the size of a picture frame. All those holes and stuff together and stuff, they come to about the size of a picture frame. So that's a lot of energy that's going out of your house. So think about a hole in your wall that's the size of a picture frame. That's the equivalent of all that air in excess that's around your doors, around your windows, and around the jambs of your home. So if you get those closed in, you will save much air and heat inside of your home.
Great, Leon. And Antoine, I'll give you a chance as well. Do you have any other of your top energy improvements that will make a big difference on the energy bill?
Yeah, sure. I actually have so LED lighting, of course. Usually people are so used to the older lighting. Those incandescent light bulbs, of course, emit a lot of heat, as well as the amount of, depending on the amount of lights you have in your home, of course, uses a lot of energy as well, typically between 60 to 90 watts per light bulb. So changing those out to LED light bulbs, about 10 watts per bulb, of course, that's a major saving for efficiency for your whole house, as well as keeping the heat from those light bulbs down as well.
That's great. And definitely not a thing you always think about with the LED light bulbs is that they don't produce heat, while older light bulbs will give off heat and then you have to cool it back down afterwards. So that's just using up more electricity. Kalen, I know you mentioned the HVAC replacement program during your presentation, that it's a low income eligible program. Could you tell us a bit more about who qualifies for that program and how people can sign up to participate in the HVAC replacement program?
Absolutely. So, yeah, like I mentioned, you have to have current gas HVAC systems in order to qualify and live in a single family home, rent or own. And that single family home is 4 units or less. So we have some small walk-ups in the district that should still qualify. And if you're a renter in those, you just work with the homeowner or the property owner to just get their sign off. But we've had folks do that before. And the way folks can sign up is, since you have to get when you go through HVAC replacement, you have to get solar for all, either community solar or single family solar. We prefer folks to come through our site, which is dcsu.com/solar for all, and you can sign up there. So you'll learn about both programs at the same time, but you will need to get both. And I'll let Antoine weigh in on any specifics as it relates to why getting solar is important on the back end of this program.
Yeah, of course. And like Kalen said earlier, when you're replacing these gas appliances with electric, of course, your energy bill will go tremendously up, especially during the winter time, since we're replacing that gas furnace with an electric one. With the solar offset, of course, that will help reduce that bill back down, of course, and especially during the summertime when your solar production is at its highest, of course, saving you a lot more over the lifetime of your home, of course. And the same income qualification would apply from the HVAC program to the Solar for All program as well. So if you qualify for the HVAC program, you qualify for our program, and vice versa.
Great. Thank you both so much. So we'll just wrap it up with a focus on how these programs impact the environment. And first, I will let Aryana and Antoine answer, how does Solar for All benefit the environment? How does participation in this program benefit the environment?
Yeah, thank you, Emily. So in addition to providing you with those $500 a year in clean energy savings, your DC Solar for All subscription does prevent greenhouse gas emissions from the old and dirty fuel sources that are sometimes used to generate your electricity in your home normally. So through signing up for DC Solar for All, you are also provided with what we call a Share Power Dashboard. That's a system that we use for you to be able to track your subscription over time and just how many credits you've been receiving through being a part of the program and how it has impacted the environment directly. So we provide you with those stats with how much greenhouse gas emissions exactly you have prevented through your subscription. In addition to this, there are just benefits just in that it takes away the burden of having to go through installing a totally new system on your own home. So there are copious amounts of benefits to your participation.
Great. Thank you so much, Aryana, for wrapping it all up with impact on the environment. Obviously, there are a lot of programs available in the district, both for solar energy, energy efficiency, home improvements, plenty of things that are open for you to participate in. So please go to the DOEE website or the DCSEU website. Groundswell also has an FAQ page for you to learn more, so plenty of resources available. Or you can also reach out to Groundswell's Customer Support Center at any time, talk to Aryana a bit more. And now with that, we are at 2:30. I will wrap us up for today's webinar. Thank you again to each of our panelists, Aryana, Leon, Kalen, and Antoine, for speaking with us today. And thank you to the audience for spending time with us. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to our next Q&A session, which will be on June 28th. We hope to see you all there to talk again next month. This is Emily with Groundswell, serving with joy and signing off. Thank you, everyone.